Hey everybody, it's Jess and David. Stop being silly. Here with Bless Jess. Thank you so much for watching. For this, guys, it's been like a month and a half or something.
No, it's been a month.
Since he's been on. We've had a crazy month.
What week is this?
I decided we're not doing weeks for you anymore. We're just gonna let you pop in when you can. Because there's no point in doing weeks because you're not consistent with filming. So we'll just say update.
Okay.
I think that'll be easier. There's a weird shadow in here because it's nighttime. We just got the kids to bed.
There's an earthquake.
I think one of the kids is up.
No, that's the people next door.
Let's pray really hard that that's true. God, please don't let Nate be up again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm telling you, I think it's
thunder.
Don't let it be Nate. If he comes walking through here, we're going to have to go.
We apologize.
We've only put him in bed like 100 times. So, tell everybody what you've been mainly doing since the last time they...
Just staying...
You're not... I'm doing Weight Watchers. You're not doing
No,
Weight
I'm not doing Weight Watchers, but I am just moderating what I eat using the same Weight Watcher principles. Trying not to eat between meals, drink as much water as I can a day. No sugar sodas.
Except for when I accidentally bought you
this. Yeah, well... or
they already know. I told them.
I mean, and that's usually my treat. One or two meals a week, I might get something with sugar, sweet tea, or soda, but usually I don't. And then when I do get a snack, try to make sure it's one serving or less, and that's one of my biggest things. I'll get a king size candy bar and eat both pieces. Eat one and save the other one for the next day, something like that. Try to be more cautious about that. I mean,
really, he's been doing this pretty much the same thing as me. He's just not tracking it. So, and
I still look at stuff. I just don't write it down or put it on my phone.
Yeah, but I am packing you stuff that I wouldn't eat. Like some of the granola bars and stuff were way too high points for me. But he is bigger than me, so he can eat more of that kind of stuff anyway. Just that you're a man, and men can lose weight just like that. So let's just get into your weight loss. I looked in my little calendar, which I need to keep updated better, but the last time we were on here were 253.
Mm-hmm.
And he hadn't weighed in like a month, and so I was expecting him to say that he gained weight. But he's a man.
That's a lot of faith, isn't it, ladies?
Because, Dave, like, I'm proud of you for not gaining weight after not weighing in for a month, but I couldn't believe it. I mean, you've been doing good, but you haven't been super strict with yourself.
Am I the same weight?
It's not the same weight.
I'm down 1.5 pounds.
So that's pretty good. I mean, it's not a ton for a month, but it's still good.
And it's been a crazy month.
It's been a crazy
month. We had fine arts, and then we had Easter, and then we had...
It's a lot of traveling.
2 or 3 other things. We've been in the car more in the last month than we have in a long time. It's been visiting,
lots of eating out. People say on my videos, y'all eat out a lot, which I really don't feel like we eat that out.
No.
People say that though.
No.
We eat out usually on Saturdays with the kids.
If you think we ate a lot now, you should see us when we first got married.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We usually eat out on Sunday, sometimes on Saturday too. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Usually those 3 days we have one meal out.
The weekends are usually when we do.
But during the week, I cook.
No.
We don't eat out.
Never.
So it cracks me up when people say that. It makes me feel like, do we? No. I don't feel like that's a lot.
No. And I don't go out when I go to lunch either.
Yeah, I always
pack my lunch.
So I really try hard to have a meal plan. And when we go out to eat, 9 times out of 10 it's lunch. I don't even remember the last time we went out for dinner.
No.
And that saves money and it's smaller portions. So really just trying to pick healthy places too to eat. You know, we went to Panera or we went to, wherever. We'll have healthier options, Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. But I thought you did really good, 1.5 pounds. So you're down to 251.5.
I'm very happy with that.
What are your plans and goals for this next coming week?
My biggest thing is just staying with it. And I know that's the cop-out, but it's true for a guy like me because you're always, with the job I have, I'm sitting 75% of my day. And so when you sit and you get bored doing what you do, you're not as active, so every little thing might as well be.
But I also am jealous in you in some ways because when you're at least at work where there's not if you're sitting at home all day, I have the pantry right there. I can grab anything.
I've got a refrigerator.
What's in there?
All kinds of stuff. And I'm right down the hallway from my food pantry.
That is true. But you're not going to go raid the pantry for the needy. Surely.
I have free reign to, but I don't.
I'm just saying, though, at least you're at work where...
Do the needy need cupcakes? I don't know.
Lord. You know, at least you're at work where if I send you food,
right.
Usually that's all he eats. Usually. Occasionally, I will find out that you've had a snack or something that I hadn't planned.
Debit cards don't lie.
It's so funny because I'm the one that do like our bills and stuff, so I see like, hey, why'd you go to McDonald's the other day? But I want him to be able to have some treats, just like I have treats, you know. And our treats are going to be usually different than each other.
Sweet, salty. So yeah, it's just the way we are.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Anything else?
Is your tea good?
I've got my hot tea here. It's my little treat for the night.
Tea is not supposed to be hot. I'm sorry.
This is like herbal tea, though. I wouldn't drink this cold, probably.
Herbal and tea, 2 words that don't go together. I'm sorry. What 2 words?
This is keeping me from snacking.
Okay.
Keeps me nice and full.
If you say so.
He doesn't like tea or coffee. Hot tea or coffee. You don't like any hot drinks.
No. Drinks are supposed to be hot.
So there you go.
The only thing I'll drink even near hot is lukewarm water. That's it.
So, little bonus clip, and I did not tell him I was going to ask this. Today is the anniversary of our 8-year engagement. Well, not 8-year engagement, but 8 years ago you asked.
8 years ago I asked her to marry me.
So in like a minute or two, tell them how you proposed.
Well, first of all, I had to make sure she didn't know it was coming. So the Valentine's Day before, I really went all out so that she thought I would.
He was going to propose then. Yeah.
But I didn't because that was the plan. I promised her that I would date her for at least a year before I asked her, because that's just a good standard to have if you're thinking about.
We're young too.
Yeah, we were 20. We were 22, and no, I was 23. You were 22 when we met. So want to make sure.
I was 21 when we met.
Yeah, so we just had to make sure that we knew that each other was the right person. But about a month before I asked her, I got her dad's permission, so that was a big deal. I'm a traditional Southern boy. You always ask for her father's hand in marriage.
And I kind of knew he was doing that. So I knew the engagement.
Ask her father for her hand in marriage. Thank you. Let me correct that.
What'd you say?
Ask for the father's hand. That's not.
No, but I knew he was asking because, I mean, I just kind of knew because we like went home at the same time and everything. But I did not know when. And it was several weeks after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, about almost 2 months.
I had no idea the day of. I had no idea.
Yeah, so on this day 8 years ago, she had to meet. I was serving at a small church plant down in Mississippi, and she was meeting with the pastor's wife to discuss.
Which he had set up. I didn't know that. I had
set that up on purpose to get her away from me so I could set up the church. And I told her to meet me at the church and then we'd go to lunch. And so she came in, and what did you see?
I came in, and as soon as I walked inside the church, I saw like rose petals, and like I immediately knew like he's gonna ask me. And I remember just like looking around, and I didn't see him anywhere. And I went into the sanctuary, and there was like rose petals and candles. And then at the altar, there was like this table with like pictures and like little, was there like mementos, like
the ticket stuff from our first date, receipts from times I'd taken her out to dinner, and
there was like a ring box that said like, did it say open?
Yeah, the ring box said open, and then when you open it, I was like,
I am not opening that. I'm like, I'm not, and so I'm going, David, I'm like, I'm not opening this and seeing a ring by myself, and I was like, David, and you're like, open the box.
So she opens the box, and the box, once you open the box, inside the box is another box, and that box says turn around. And so I was hoping she'd follow through, but she didn't. So
I was like, I'm not opening it.
But when she turned around, I came in walking with playing my guitar, and I was playing probably one of my favorite love songs, which is U2's All I Want Is You. And it's a really good song.
And he sang that to me pretty early on in our...
The first time I ever sang to her over the phone because she wanted to hear my voice, that's the song I sang.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And then keep going.
So then I got down on one knee and told her that a musician is nothing without an instrument to play, and I would not be anything for the rest of my life without her. And so I wanted to.
I didn't hear any of this, by the way.
No, she doesn't remember a thing.
I was just freaking out.
So I, in turn, grabbed a little string that was on my guitar and I pulled on it, and the ring came out from within the guitar.
Ring.
That ring right there.
Which it's not going to focus on.
Yeah, it's not going to focus, but it's
a pretty ring.
It's 3/4 carat.
And he knew the kind I wanted. I wanted a solitaire.
Solitaire, princess cut.
White gold.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's white gold. It's not platinum. It's white gold.
It's
not gonna. It's not gonna. Here, I wonder if it'll do it on my hand.
Maybe. There you go.
Well,
that's a little. There you go. That's a little bit better.
Anyway, so
I got down on one knee, asked her to marry me, and she said no.
Said yes. I was just crying and a mess and freaking out. I don't remember hardly any of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we called everybody we knew. We called all of her family.
Put it on Facebook. She took 100 pictures of the ring and her face and everything. And
I was not even like I was dressed okay because I was going to this meeting, but I had no makeup on. My hair was in a ponytail, and I had no idea.
And the thing is, our first date was April 19th the previous year, so I wanted it to be around the same time as our first date, but I also didn't want it to be Valentine's Day or a national holiday or anything like that. It needs to be something unique that you alone will treasure.
Well, and we had been talking about when we wanted to get married, and I kind of had said I like September 25th. And so April 25th was exactly 5 months before.
Right, and she'd already had a ton of stuff planned, so 5 months was
Not really. Not really. I had stuff I wanted, but I didn't really have anything planned.
But you could have planned the wedding in 3 months if you'd wanted to. You really could.
Well, my mom and her friends helped out a lot. But anyway, that's our proposal story, and that was 8 years ago. It's just hard to believe, how fast time flies, how much we are totally different people than
8 years in September, 2 kids later. 3 states later.
Yeah, I look back at that time and think we were babies. Mm-hmm. We have come so far. So
3 states later, 4 churches later.
Thank you for asking me to marry you.
I'm so glad I did.
It was fun. It's been fun.
It has been. It always will be.
Yes, and it was very special the way he asked me. I still have a little ring box and all of that in our wedding mementos box. So.
We both keep a lot of stuff like that.
I'm not usually super sentimental about stuff, but I do have a box of
Tell her what's in the car. What's in my blue car.
Oh yeah, in his car he had written, this is before when we got married, there wasn't there was GPSs, but there weren't apps on your phone where you could get directions and stuff. So to our hotel, he was going to take our suitcases and stuff to the hotel so that we wouldn't have to come in the just married car and bring in suitcases. And so he had written down directions to the hotel and stuck them in his car to get there. And they're still in there.
Yeah, they're still in there.
So
in case I ever want to take her back to the hotel, I guess.
I don't know. Now we can just type it in our phone.
Yeah.
And it would take us right there.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was really fun. It's been fun. 8 years. Mm-hmm. Plus the year of dating. So really 9 years.
Yeah, pretty close.
Well, it has been.
Yeah.
We've known each other over 9 years. Mm-hmm. It's just wild.
That is crazy.
It was really wild. So I thought you guys might want to hear it. Plus, thumbs up for this guy losing 1.5 pounds. Not even reporting in, he still loses weight. But I'm super proud of him. We are getting skinny for our future and for our health and for our happiness and for being good role models for our children and for our cruise in September. So thumbs up for David. I called you Nate. Thumbs up for David. Leave a comment down below.
Please subscribe if you're new.
Please subscribe if you're new. I'm training him well. And we'll see you guys next time.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.